It's finally freaking time. Oh boy, that's right. Today we're finally taking a look at the Hiya Toys pre-evolved Godzilla, or re-evolved Godzilla as they so lovingly used as a typo, or whatever. It's a typo on the any of the pages. But anyway, we're finally taking a look at this, and before we get into it, let's go ahead and take a look at the box, shall we? Alright, so here's the front of the box in this beautiful pink and blue, almost cotton candy-like in colors. It just looks so freaking good. It says Monsterverse right there. 15 plus, not to 3 sad onions. Warning, choking hazard, small parts not for ages 3 and down. For ages 15 and up. And right there it says Hiya. Here it says exquisite basic, but I don't know if that's a typo or something. The version I pre-ordered was specifically the previews exclusive. I don't think that matters much anyway, but anyway, let's move on with this, shall we? Here on the top, it's got some more of that lovely blue and pink going on. And on the side here, oh, got that. And the bottom's going to be the same as the top, pretty much, so here's the back with some Chinese that I can't read. Produced by Hiya Toys Company Limited. Oh, so I have been waiting for this figure for a good long while, and I'm super excited to finally have it. This side of the box is the same as the other, just in pink this time. And yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and open this right up. Oh, God, that is so freaking heavy. Oh, that is so heavy. I love it, though. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm a little giddy. Although you can see my whack-ass setup here, but oh, I'm so excited to get into this. You have no idea. I've been waiting for a couple months now to get this guy. Oh yeah. We're gonna set this on the handy dandy bed. Oh. Oh. He is certifiably chunky. Look at that. He is massive. Hold on, let's set him down for a second. We gotta get rid of some of this box content. Oh boy, here he is in extraordinary detail. Oh, this thing looks incredible. And he is nice and long too. Like, I was pretty much spot on by saying he was gonna be about the same size as this guy. I mean, he pretty much is. Oh, but like, if this is gonna be the quality... Oh, excuse me. If this is going to be the quality of the other Hiya Toys figures I have pre-ordered, I'm going to be very excited because this thing looks incredible. I'm going to get close-up shots of the face here, so don't worry, you'll be able to see in better detail the eyes, but from what I can see, they look pretty good, actually. Dead on, it looks okay. It's not the worst I've ever seen. Oh... He's got this nice, dirty look to his spines here. They just look so... Oh, this thing just looks incredible. What is that? Is that like a strand of somebody's DNA there? Got somebody's hair? Oh. So, first impressions out of the box. Immediately, I love this thing. From head to toe. It looks incredible. It feels incredible. It's very heavy. And especially when I compare it to my previous favorite figure, this guy, this definitely does the job. And very well. And it better be worth it for that price. I mean, sheesh, look at my bank account. Yeah, this thing was a lot. Only reason I was able to afford it, by the way, is because of Amazon's pre-order policy, where they don't make you pay until the item in question ships, which is good. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to paint and detail. right off the bat, I can tell you the detailing looks, as far as I know, it looks movie accurate. Like, this thing looks pretty good. I'm pretty sure I can pause the movie at any point and it would be this freaking accurate. Like, this just looks really good. And you can see all the little details and the bumps and grooves and like the dorsal plates. They look so good. Hold on, we're gonna switch over to the close-up camera so we can get a better look at all this stuff. Ah, yes, there we go. The close-up camera. You can see everything a lot better now. Oh yeah, the eye looks pretty good. It looks like this one's looking straight on, but this one's looking off to the side a little bit, which isn't gonna bug me too much. Those are tiny details. Who's gonna notice? The teeth look to be alright, actually. I was a little worried about the teeth painting being bad. I mean, it looks like he ate a little bit of chocolate maybe, but that's fine. The mouth paint looks pretty good. It's this nice fleshy kind of purplish pink. It's not overly fleshy toned, which I appreciate a lot, because this thing, yeah, I've seen the previous iterations and I was a little worried about that, but now my worries are quelled, so to speak. I hope I'm using that word correctly. Alright, so looking at the neck, that starts going down the spines here. Oh, it looks so good. And I'm sorry, I hate to keep using that, but my mind is sufficiently blown. This thing looks incredible. And like, look at the gills there, man. Oh, they look so great. And like under the chin here. Oh. And the detailing on the chest. Of course, you gotta have the pectoral notches. I mean, even this guy had it, so heck yeah. And I will be doing comparisons on my own between this guy and this guy, because heck yes. So, does the other side look just as good? Yes, it does. It looks really nice, actually. These spines here, oh yeah, it looks like they got like dirt in between them, which I can appreciate. It makes it look nice and aged a little, like he's kind of dirty, as you would expect him to be, running around all over the place. So, how's the back look? Oh yeah. It doesn't look like a chunk of plastic that's just been plugged in either. It looks pretty freaking nice. And again, I love these little grooves that go along the spines here. It just looks incredible. These scales? I'm not sure what to call them. And again, forgive me, I am an amateur reviewer after all, but oh, this thing looks so freaking clean. And that's pretty much the only way I can describe him, is he looks clean. Oh, and then we move down the back. And here we can see where it might get a little messy, just like on this guy, how I mentioned that was probably my favorite detail. But here we can see it in greater detail. Yeah, it looks like it might be more detailed on this guy. But who freaking cares? Maybe this guy's inaccurate. Who knows? Alright, so moving on down the tail, and you can see just a lot. There's so much to look at here. All the way down to the tip of the tail here. And then, going from the bottom, nice texturing too. And the painting looks really good. Well, you gotta get it optimal. Right into his gooch. Oh yeah, and then his pecs. And it's not a solid color either. Like, everything is kind of painted up in such a way that he looks shaded almost, and it looks really good, and I couldn't be happier for it. Because again, just having a figure that looks like this in my collection is just an absolute freaking win, man. And he's very posable, as far as I can tell. He's got a lot of joints here. I would be a little scared to pose him though, because he is very creaky, but I suspect a hairdryer will help fix that. So I'll take a look around for one of those. Or maybe just a little bit of playing with him. It will help alleviate those posable woes. But yeah. Seems to be doing the trick. Oh yeah, he just needed a little bit of a workout, that's all. So here on the legs you can see some of these details. These, I guess, folds and scales. And these bumps here. It all looks nice going down to his feet. And you can see his claws. And like I mentioned before, nothing's painted exactly the same. Like, he's got shading and detail in all the right places that count, and it just looks really good. And I can't help but to keep nerding out about it, because this is not only my first ever Hiya Toys figure, this is my first ever premium figure, and he definitely feels the part. He feels hefty. He feels heavy, man, and oh. And like, one of my biggest issues with SH Monster Arts as a figure company is they have a lot of gaps in their figures. But this guy, no gaps. None that I can see. Like, none that would really make it not good. Oh, he's so posable. I mean, he might not be as posable as a SH Monster Arts figure, but come on. I'd rather have movie accuracy than posability, I guess. And this guy definitely takes the cake on that. So, let's talk about some of the other painting detail. Like I said, he's got nice detail on his eyes, as far as paint goes. Paint on the mouth, as well as the membranes there. I didn't even see that. I'll flip the tail down a little bit, which appears to be on a hinge joint. There we go. And tongue looks pretty good. Are his claws painted? And doesn't appear to be, but his toenails appear to be, so maybe the claws were a little bit of a afterthought. Either way, it's not that big a deal. I love this thing, and of course I'm going to be incredibly in love with it because I did spend a lot of money for it, but it seems to be justified. So yeah, even the teeth, they kind of have good detail going on. Like, they don't seem, it doesn't seem to be just a chunk of plastic. It looks like they actually went through and sculpted teeth, and it looks pretty freaking good. So how does he pose? Well, we're gonna find that out together. He is incredibly posable. You can get some pretty decent poses out of him too. He can look pretty far up, actually, which I didn't initially record. A lot of people say he can't. I mean, it's not straight up vertical, but it's pretty far, and it looks good. It looks really good. And I would hazard a guess to say that he can't look down beyond the default position, so I'm not even gonna try because I don't want to break him. His arms can do a full 360. Oh yeah, and he's just got so many joints on him that it looks incredible. He very posable. But mine was a little stiff when I first got him and when I first did my review, so he wasn't super posable like he is now. Now I can bend him every which way, and it worked to my advantage. I got all these ball joints kind of loosened up now to the point to where they kind of comfortably just flow, and oh, this thing is just an absolute freaking joy to handle, and I couldn't be happier to have it in my collection. All in all, what do I rate this guy? Pretty well, actually. I think I gotta give it a 9 out of 10 because this is just that freaking good. I really like it. It does good. It does its job pretty well, which is look movie accurate. He's not jet black like this guy. And it's just all around hefty, man. Like, he's really heavy. And I can't wait to play with him some more. And then look at him and just compare him to shots from the movie. Because realistically, that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day. Is comparing him to how he looks in the movie. So yeah, that's the Godzilla from Hiya Toys. The pre-evolved, or re-evolved as they so typoed it. Because, yeah, honestly, I love the typo, and I'm happy that they kept it. And I'm sure everybody told them about it. Maybe, but maybe they didn't. Who knows? Because English clearly isn't their first language, and that wasn't a priority. So he will forever be known as re-evolved Godzilla, which makes it sound like he goes back into this form at some point in the movie, and I can assure you he does not. As cool as it would have been to see him get fat again, because I actually adore this form more than anything. And yeah, I just couldn't be happier to see this guy here like this, just in my hands. He's hefty, he's solid, and I love posing him. I love playing with him. I love comparing him to the other Playmates figures I got that back there. And yeah, that about wraps it up. If you're all aboard the Hiya hype train like I am, stay tuned, because coming up in November we got the King Ghidorah from 2019, the special color variant with the gravity beams, and that should be pretty freaking interesting. And we've got a whole host of other Hiya figures coming throughout the year, so I'll be checking a lot of those out too. Not all of them, God have mercy on my wallet, but yeah, we'll be checking out most of them. Stay tuned for the next review, which will be this guy, the 2007 Megatron Studio Series by, I think, Takara. I don't know. This will be my first Transformers review, and this was voted in by you guys upon my community tab. If you didn't know, I do a lot of posting over there on my community tab, where you can participate in polls such as getting this guy on into a review, and then eventually I'll be checking out Starscream here, so be looking forward to that. Until next time, I've been the Defective Butcher, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.